Hey everybody, Papa Chaz coming at you today. Getting ready to do some cooking. Got my fire started out there to get the grill hot. I'm going to do some ribs. I'm going to do them Malcolm Reed style. If you haven't watched any of Malcolm's videos, go watch them. I'm going to do them his style with a few little changes for my own taste. And I've got a chicken there that I'm going to do. I owe my nephew some meat because of providing me with all that good pecan wood. And you can see I got some smoked sausage I'm going to throw on there in a couple of hours. Also got some corn on the cob I'm going to be cleaning and putting on there for the last 2 hours. And getting ready for just a good meal for this weekend, for this evening. And then we'll eat leftovers all weekend with just me and the pretty little wife. That's what we do. Since I've got this smoker, I like to cook a couple times a week. And we eat leftovers. We ain't too good for it and we like them. And you can see I've got some apple juice, my hickory rub, my bullseye barbecue sauce, and of course you can use whatever barbecue sauce you want, some honey, some yellow mustard, and some light brown sugar. I did learn the trick. Put a piece of bread in that sealed container with your brown sugar and it keeps it soft, so you ain't got to fight getting it out of the big chunks when it gets hard in the refrigerator or when you store it. And those are our ingredients we'll be using today. I also have a little bit of my garlic butter basting sauce. I didn't get it out yet. I won't get it out till I get ready to put it for the chicken, but we'll be getting it ready. Most of the video is going to be focused on the ribs anyway, and we'll do the garlic sauce when I get to the chicken and the injector and basting it. But for the most part today I'm going to focus on the ribs and show y'all how I like to do the ribs. I've done ribs for years, a little bit of different to the way Malcolm does them, but I like some of his additions to the way that I used to do them, so I'm going to try them and see how they come out, and we'll go from there, see how they look. Hey everybody, I'm back. I've got my ribs out of the pack, got the membrane off the back. It's one thing, you've got to get that membrane off the back. You can see I got it laying right there. Sometimes you can get lucky and the whole thing will peel off all at once. I was lucky that way this morning. Just get a good sharp knife and start it on one end and take it, pull slow and all the way across the back and got it off of there. My next step, I'm going to be coating it with mustard. I'm going to sprinkle not a whole lot. You're not doing it for flavor. You're just doing it to help the seasoning stick to it, the rub and the season-all stick to it. So that'll be my next step. I'll sprinkle them down good with the season-all and then my barbecue rub, and then I'll flip it over and do both sides. So I'll come back at you when I get both sides done and get it turned over, and we'll be back at you. All right, we're back. We got everything prepped on the ribs for the time being. You can see I got a good coating of the mustard and the barbecue rub, and I found this little barbecue rub at one of the grocery stores here in town and have been pretty well satisfied with it. It's called Lysander's hickory rub, and I've used it on a couple of different things and it's turned out pretty good. So we'll play around with some other stuff though. We run out of this, we'll try something different, see how we like it, and make notes as we go. Of course, videotape and everything kind of is a video audible notes for us. But I'm getting ready to put this in the refrigerator. I got to go out and check my charcoal and see how close it is to being ready. Get it put on the grill and get the smoker started, get it fired up and get it heated up. And while I'm doing that, or while I'm waiting on that, then I'll go ahead and prep the chicken and get the chicken ready to put on as well. So we'll be back at you in a little while. Papa Chaz coming back at you. I'm coming out to the smoker. I just put my meat on. As you can see, the sun's shining bright, but boy, it's cold out here. It's about 27 degrees. I've got my ribs, got my chicken from my nephew. We'll be putting some corn on the cob on here after a while. We're going to try to keep this thing around 240, 245. Keep that temperature regulated. Since I just raised that lid, of course, it's dropped real quick, as cold as it is. So, but it won't take it long to get back up. That good pecan wood my nephew gave me is burning good. Once I figured out how to keep my dampers and my air circulation regulated on it, it burns pretty good. So be back in about 45 minutes, and we'll baste everything, spray it down good with apple juice, and check our fire and see where we're going from there. Hey everybody, Papa Chaz coming back. 45 minutes passed since we put the meat on. We come out to check. You can see I got my spray bottle there. Come out to check the meat, and oh yeah. I don't know that sun behind it like that if the pictures are going to come out that good, but I'm going to spray it down a little bit with some apple juice. The fix-all basting sauce, what I like to call it, and keep the meat a little bit moist. I do have a water pan in there that kind of helps with that a little bit too, but I just like to help give it a little bit added flavor. You can mix some other stuff. Some people mix pineapple, orange juice, olive oil, some other things with it. So, all right, we're gonna drop that back down. I gotta check the firebox and see what we got going on there. Yeah, it's about time to put another piece of wood in there. You can see my little pecan wood split up. Not gonna add a whole lot because we don't want to keep that temperature. We just want to stay around 235, 240 for what we're cooking today. So I'm not gonna add a whole lot of wood at one time. And I got it going on, got it going good. It was 245, I think, when I raised the doors on it. So I've closed the damper down just a tad. I don't want to keep it too hot because of that chicken, because of the ribs, I mean. So anyway, that's where we're at. We'll go reset the timer and come back in about 45 minutes and check it again. Okay, Papa Chad's back to you. It's time to take the ribs off. Time to wrap them, coat them good, and we're not too far away from taking that chicken off for my nephew. So let's go ahead and get these bad boys off of here. Man, oh man, they're about to break apart. And let me do a little bit of rearranging on these potatoes. I'm hoping these things get done. They should. I don't know why they wouldn't. 3 hours worth of cooking on the temperatures of about 240, 250, and we should be good. I'm gonna move that corn to the back. Ooh, that one's hot. And one of these days I'll learn to pay a little bit more attention to the camera while I'm doing that. All right, we're gonna go inside and this door open. I don't know why I didn't leave it open. And we'll show you what we're gonna do to these ribs. Man, oh man, oh man. Those things look awesome. Okay, first thing we're gonna do to them, turn it over, because I'm gonna do both sides. You see that? I forgot to get any squeezed margarine, so I'm just going to coat them good with butter, margarine. Man, those things look awesome. I've done ribs before. I've never done them like this. I've never had if you watched any of my other videos, you'll know I've never had a really good smoker before. And I'm really well pleased with this smoker. I've had some issues with it. After I used it the first couple times, the paint started coming off of the firebox. It's just gone. I don't know if it melted off, burned off, or what. And I wrote Brinkman about it. And they are sending me a whole new firebox. So what I was planning on doing with that is I'm going to take this one. I got some high heat paint, and going to go ahead and get this one fixed and store the other one, because on these grills, the thing that wears out first, the thing that goes bad first, or whatever you want to call it, is the firebox. So that way I'll have a spare firebox and help this grill last a little bit longer. Alright, I'm not going to overly coat it. I got probably more than I need on there already. Now, we're going to sprinkle some brown sugar. And I'm using light brown sugar. You saw me take the bread out. Found out that if you put a piece of bread in an airtight container, I think I said this a while ago, in an airtight container, and store your brown sugar in the refrigerator, it keeps it soft. And you can see this was actually, you see that right there, this was actually hard chunks when I did that. And after it set for about a night, overnight, one night, it was it just about cured it. And now the thing that's going to make them melt in your mouth is, I'm going to do some honey. I don't have a whole lot of honey left, so I got to make sure I stretch it. This will give it a, this will put a good bark on it. That's what the honey and the brown sugar does. It's not like the hams I did for Christmas. You're not going to have a real good, real deep, heavy bark like that had on it. But this is going to help some. Should have warmed this honey up a little bit. It would come out of there a little bit better. Alright, and there's one side of it, and we're going to flip it and do the other side as well. So I'm going to cut the camera off and I'll come back to you when I get it done. Okay, I got my brown sugar and honey on both sides and butter, and I'm getting ready to wrap it. I'll stick it back on there. Now one of the things we're going to do is we're going to lay it at the edge of the paper, wrap it, fold it over, and wrap it and fold it over again. And we're going to make sure when we put it back on the grill we've got it sitting just like we got it now with the meat side up. Also, we're going to fold it paper upside down to make sure that all the juices, all the honey, all the brown sugar, everything stays inside, doesn't come out the cracks in the foil, and the folds in the foil, to keep all that in there to keep it juicy. And let me get that done because I need to get this done and get it back on the grill. So I'll get it wrapped up and get it put back on there, and we'll check back. Okay, as you can see, we got it back on the grill. We're going to leave it like that for about an hour and a half. And then for the last 30 minutes, we'll take it back out of the foil. We'll baste it good with our barbecue sauce. And we'll be ready to eat. Man, I'm hungry. I'll see y'all later. Alright, there it is. It's good. Look at that smoke ring. Got a good smoke ring to it. Man, it's good and juicy. That looks awesome. And we got sweet potatoes and corn on the cob and bread. We are eating good. Hey everybody, Papa Chad's back at you. It's time to take the ribs off and put the sauce on them. And I'm also going to change and move around my corn a little bit because I know it's hotter on that one end than it is. Then it is the other end. Ooh, these potatoes are ready to come off. I can tell you that already. So I'll be getting them off of here too. Should have went and got my pad, but let me get my bowl. Let me go get my bowl so I can get these things took off without burning my fingers and get those taters off of there too. So we'll be back. Okay, here we are. Man, that looks good. You can see it's good and tender. I could pull it apart. That's what you want to go for by wrapping it in the foil. If you can pull it apart, you know it's just about done. Yeah, and I'm not going to. I'm gonna put them on this rack right here, just to make them easier to handle and deal with. And once I get done. Because they are going to fall apart. I'm going to put them on for maybe another 20 minutes or so with some sauce on them, let the sauce soak in. Really don't need it. I got that brown sugar and honey on there, but we're going to put just a little bit of barbecue sauce in there and let it cook in just a little bit. So we'll be back at you when we get done with it. But man, we're ready to eat. Okay, I got the barbecue sauce on them. I'm going to put them back on the grill for about another 20-30 minutes. Meat side up. I just use a commercial. Bought it at the store, barbecue sauce. I have made my own in the past, but it's been a long time since I've done that much. I'll probably get back into it here for too much longer. But for right now, we're going to stick this back on the grill, let it finish cooking. It's actually done cooking. We're just going to let that barbecue sauce cook in a little bit, and we'll be good to eat after that. So we'll be back at you after a while when it's done. Hey everybody, Papa Chad's back. Here we are. We're done. We are fixing to go eat. We'll let temp probe out. You can see that's got a good coat on, good bark on it. Man, it looks good. I'm going to take it off here and set it on there and take it inside, cut it open, and we'll see what it looks like. So I'll be back. All right, there it is. It's good. Look at that smoke ring. Got a good smoke ring to it. Man, it's good and juicy. That looks awesome. And we got sweet potatoes and corn on the cob and bread. We are eating good. See you later.